What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode. I'm your host, Disco, and today we're going to be talking about the Senate. Now, I've covered a few videos on the Senate. I don't know how many, but we'll talk about it again because the Senate is the most widely talked chamber in the country right now. And this video is actually going to be put into two parts, just as a heads up. So this is going to be a two-part mini-series in this big series of the midterm elections. Now, what is it going to be? This part of the video is going to be talking about, well, not this part. These two videos are going to be talking about majority scenarios. Now, the first part is going to be Republican Senate majority scenarios, and then the second video will be the Democratic Senate majority scenarios. Now, each video will contain two what can be a Senate majority scenario, and then there will be a third dream scenario. What could be like this, like, oh, their best night in 9,000 years for these two fellas. These two are too old. So yeah, so we're gonna be talking about Republicans Day. Now, their first. No, okay. So let me just get my info out right now. So yeah, the first one we're going to be talking about is a 52 to a 52-48 scenario. Now, in order for this to happen, they would have to win all of their current seats, and including Pennsylvania. They would have to do that, and then they would have to win Nevada and Georgia. Arizona would still go blue, but this would give them a 52-seat majority. Now, is this likely? No, I do not think this would be so likely. Although moving Pennsylvania into a toss-up column is now coming likely. Georgia is becoming more and more competitive. I mean, like we're talking down to the wire type. Because if you go to like 538, we'll go to the U.S. Senate, and we'll go to Georgia. Not Tennessee. Cool state. Warnock is only up by 2 points, but in 2020, in order to win, Warnock was leading. These are Trafalgar. Yeah, Trafalgar's a very isn't Trafalgar very like right wing? I think so. But yeah, you can tell. And if we go to like Real Clear Politics, okay, there you go. Wi-Fi very slow. Yeah, Pennsylvania. Why is Pennsylvania so high? I don't know. Right now they only got. Oh yeah, this is the scenario I was talking about. Why did I didn't think that one through? My first scenario for the Republicans is the very first one for Real Clear Politics. How weird. Warnock is up by. If you look at the polls, it's getting back and forth, back and forth. If we go for the more recent polls from Fox News, Warnock is up by 4 points, but there's a chance that he could lose. So this could be a scenario. This could be that scenario, and I'm repeating myself. And can this go back, or was my screen frozen? My screen is frozen. There we go. There it is. It's not frozen anymore. Okay, this is not doing it so good. My Wi-Fi is very slow. My deepest apologies. We're going to Nevada. Why Nevada would turn Republican? Because this is a very close race, and a bunch of polls have gone back and forth. Even some saying the Republican is in the lead. Now, if we go to 538, we'll go to Nevada. We'll go to Nevada. Masto is only up by 0.7. In the 2018 election, oh, it was going back and forth. Huh. I did not think that went through. Could it be like in 2018 it was going back and forth as well against Rosen and Heller. What about in some other cases? I don't know. But yeah. But why did I put Georgia and Nevada as a flip but not Arizona? Arizona's Mark Kelly is popular. He is I don't want to say extremely popular, but he is popular among the voters. So if we go to 2022, Kelly's up by 6.9. He's up by 7 points. In the 2020 election, he was consistently leading. I mean, like, if we're going to like the A, like from Maastricht, NBC polls, he was up by 7 points. So it wouldn't surprise me if he won by a similar lead or even a tiny bit smaller due to the nature of this election. But why did I? But also to other viewers out there, why did I put Pennsylvania as a not flip for Democrats? Well, Republican scenario, they would win all their seats. That makes sense. Now, for the next scenario, we're talking a 51-49 scenario. Now, the reason why I do not say 50-50 is because if it was 50-50, Kamala Harris would be the tiebreaker vote. Now, I will now, the way this work would be just Nevada sticking blue. Georgia is the most flippable state for Republicans. I take that back. Georgia and Nevada are the most flippable states, but Democrats have the advantage in Nevada because that's been very consistently blue and has a less likely chance of turning red right away instead of Georgia. Well, Georgia has a Republican past. If you look here, even in 2018, they had both seats for Republicans in the Senate. Then 2020 happens, or in this case 2021, they both flipped for the Democrats. One because Purdue was vying for a second term, and Warnock won over Kelly Loeffler because of a special election due to Isaacan having some issues, having some not mental health, but doing health issues. Yeah, and then Georgia right now. Yeah. So yeah, so Georgia has a Republican past. So yeah, I do. I do not count this as like a. I'm going to state that these aren't my like actual predictions, but these would be like a scenario I could think of. Now, if we were to clear this map for the dream scenario, guess how many seats I would have them winning? Well, it'd be definitely all of their seats that they currently hold without the nature of incumbency. We're going to label all these Democrat for now. Not Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has technically speaking a Republican incumbent. It doesn't really have a Republican incumbent. Has a Republican retiring, and they're trying to vie for the seat. Okay. Now for Republicans, they would definitely win Georgia and Arizona, but they would also flip Nevada, Colorado, and New Hampshire. Now, yeah, why did I say this? Well, if we look in the past, let's start with the flips. I'll label the flips in gray. Now, let's start with New Hampshire. New Hampshire is a very, very purple state. It's leaning more purple now, but it's actually a lot more purple. If you could see right here, Maggie Hassan actually won by a lean margin, by a tilt margin against Ioti. And she was incredibly popular at the time with 23 point winning by a margin of 23.2%. With a 60% vote share in New Hampshire. And if I remind you, in 2012, this state voted for Obama with a 51% vote share and a 5-point lead. Come to 2016, Hillary Clinton only won it with a 46% vote share and a 0.37 margin. The narrowest state out of all of them. Is it the narrowest state? I take that back. The narrowest state for Democrats. The narrowest state in the entire country was Michigan, my home state. What a coincidence, Michigan. But then in 2020, Biden was able to keep it with a 7-point margin and a 52% vote share. Did Trump's vote share actually go down? Yeah, Trump's vote share actually went down. What was the Libertarian vote share? 4%. That would explain why. But yeah, it does have a Republican past. If we look back in 2000, it actually voted for Bush with a not even a proper vote share. But in the Senate, if we go back in 2000, it was actually both Republicans at the time. It didn't elect its first Democrat until 2008 when Shanini, Janine Shahini, yeah, against Sununu. I think he's the governor right now. John Sununu, I think he's the governor. But either way, back to the point. But yeah, this is when they first elected a Democrat to the Senate in about this is it. Since 1972. You can actually, why didn't I just look at it? Since the first Democratic senator from New Hampshire since John A. Durkin left in office in 1980. So yeah, it does have a past. It currently has a Republican governor and Republican legislator. Democrats held it in 2018, but then lost it, as per usual. Lost it in 2020. So yeah, um, so yeah, it is clear that New Hampshire could do it. New Hampshire can flip to Republicans, but so yeah. Georgia, Nevada, and Arizona. I've already stated why. Actually, Arizona, I have not stated why. Arizona obviously has a Republican past, same reason. Now, Colorado. Why do I say Colorado? Well, like with everything, in 2004, Colorado voted for Bush by 4 points, and then voted for 8 in 2000. It showed a huge increase for Obama, and then Obama again, lean, and then 13. But yeah, it shows these signs of blue. But why am I saying Colorado? Well, the incumbent is Michael Bennet. He won his election with a true majority, and about a 5-point margin. Was it about a 6-point margin? 5.7 margin. While Clinton doing terribly. So he is a quite popular incumbent. Well, he had incumbency, but there is a catch. Joe O.D. I think that's how you pronounce it. So Joe D is a moderate. Moderates are quite popular in the state of in any blue state. General election, but this guy could have some real problems. Okay, he needs to be expanded. He needs this to be expanded. Weird. So he is not the most extreme candidate for a Republican. He's actually pro abortion in this sense. He actually believes in a 5 month late term abortion ban. So, which is better than other ones. And in contrast, that's about 20 weeks compared to Graham's bill that would be 15 weeks, and compared to like extremer Republicans that go to 6 weeks. So the abortion idea could have an effect on many voters down there, because the abortion idea is a very big concern for voters. Not as much as inflation. Please figure that out. But still, abortion is a pretty big topic. That's what's turning out these Democrats to vote. So yeah, that's why I think that Republicans actually have a shot at making Colorado competitive. Now, is it a chance? I do not know. Is there a chance that a Democrat could win? Highly. But winning a Senate seat for the first time since 2014, I have no idea. But like I said, this is a dream scenario. I mean, I could have added Washington to the scenario, but Washington has got so blue that I couldn't say that, because I remember back in 2000. I look back at this in 2010. Murray was very on track to lose. I mean, like if we go to like polling, and like it was a toss up, and Sabato's crystal ball said lean. They were actually correct for the first time. Senate election's not the thing, but still, I'm just rambling now. So yeah. So that is the Republican. That is the Republican scenarios of getting a majority, another 2 majorities, or a dream scenario. That's it. Please make sure to hit like and subscribe. Please hit the bell and notification. I will catch you guys on the next video where we talk about the Democrats. Hasta